In October of 2015, a young woman returned home from a night out with her friends in Orlando, Florida. Just hours later, she was dead, murdered in her own apartment, a place she thought she was safe. The man responsible wasn't a stranger in the shadows. He was the building's security guard, someone paid to protect her. This is the tragic case of Sasha Samsudean. 27-year-old Sasha Samsudean, affectionately known as Sia to her friends, had a bright future ahead of her. Originally from Windermere, Florida, Sasha graduated from the University of Florida and worked as a project manager in Orlando. Friends described her as bubbly, fun-loving, and deeply connected to her community. On the night of October 17th, 2015, Sasha went out with friends to celebrate. Like so many others her age, it was a night of dancing, drinks, and laughter. But when she decided to head home alone around 1:45 a.m., her life would tragically intersect with someone who has dark intentions. Sasha lived in Uptown Place Apartments, a gated community in downtown Orlando. She took an Uber home, but when she arrived, she realized she didn't have a key. She called friends for help and eventually got back into her apartment with assistance from a neighbor. But what Sasha didn't know was that she had been followed by the on-duty security guard at her building, 27-year-old Stephen Duxbury. Instead of ensuring her safety, Duxbury used his position to take advantage of her vulnerability. According to investigators, Duxbury entered her apartment under the guise of offering help. What followed was a horrific betrayal. Sasha was assaulted, strangled, and left dead in her own bedroom, wrapped in a comforter, drenched in bleach. Hours later, her friends worried after not hearing from her and discovered the body. From the start, police suspected foul play. There were no signs of forced entry, and Sasha's cell phone was missing. Investigators soon zeroed in on the security guard, Stephen Duxbury. Digital forensics revealed damning evidence. Duxbury had searched online about how to override electronic key fobs. DNA evidence linked him to Sasha's assault, and surveillance footage showed him stalking her movements the night she was killed. What made the crime especially disturbing was the betrayal of trust. Residents paid for security, yet the very person tasked with protecting them had used his authority to commit a heinous crime. In 2017, Stephen Duxbury stood trial for first-degree murder, sexual battery, and burglary. His defense team attempted to argue that the S was consensual, an argument the jury firmly rejected. He was convicted on all counts. The sentence, life in prison without the possibility of parole. For Sasha's loved ones, the verdict was a relief, but it could never erase the devastating loss of a woman described as vibrant, kind, and full of promise. The murder of Sasha Samsudean sent shockwaves through Orlando. It raised urgent questions about apartment security and the responsibility of companies hiring guards. Residents began demanding stricter background checks and accountability for those in positions of trust. Sasha's story became more than just a headline. It became a symbol of how easily safety can be violated, even in places we believe to be secure. Her family and friends have worked to preserve her memory, ensuring she is remembered not for the tragedy that took her life, but for the joy she brought to those around her. Sasha Samsudean's life was cut short in the most horrific way imaginable, but her story stands as a reminder of the importance of vigilance, accountability, and honoring the lives lost to senseless violence. In memory of Sasha, may we never forget her, and may her story continue to push for the change she deserved. Please like and subscribe.